The head of Research and Innovation, Statistics Sierra Leone, Sonnia Magba Buakei Jabbie, has said that the multiple indicator cluster survey mix carried out by Statistics Sierra Leone is an internationally standardized household survey which collects and analyzes data to assess the situation of children and women in the country. He made this statement after the launching of the country's multiple indicator cluster survey mix 2017 that was held at the Miata Conference Hall in Freetown on Wednesday, 22nd August 2018.
The multiple indicator cluster surveys are a set of surveys that are designed by UNICEF, and these surveys were initially designed to monitor the progress of women and children for some of the main events like the World Fit for Children and the Millennium Development Goals, MDGs. So these surveys started in, the first mix was done in 1995. We now call that Mix 1. And they were at 5-year intervals. So 1995 Mix 1, 2000 Mix 2, 2005 Mix 3, 2010 Mix 4. However, the 5th round of mix should have been undertaken in 2015. But as you are aware, 2015 was when Sierra Leone was struck by the Ebola virus disease. So this actually prevented us from conducting the 5th round of mix. So we had to wait until the 6th round, and Sierra Leone is the first country globally to have successfully completed the 6th round of the multiple indicator cluster surveys.
The survey, according to Sonnia Magba Buakei Jabbie, has enabled many countries to produce statistically sound and international comparable estimates on a range of indicators in the areas such as health, education, child protection, water and sanitation, including HIV and AIDS.
Well, we are very happy to have released this report, because this is the first survey that comprehensively covers the SDGs. So the Mix 6, as we call it, since it's the 6th round of the mix surveys in Sierra Leone, actually is the first survey that comprehensively covers the Sustainable Development Goals. So it serves as a baseline for measuring progress towards the SDGs for Sierra Leone. Now, the government, as you are fully aware, only came into being 6 months ago. I think yesterday made President Bio 6 months in power. And with the focus especially on free education, which the President launched in August, the mix will provide the necessary data, up-to-date data, for measuring progress towards achieving the Sustainable Development Goals in relation to education. So the situation of education, especially of our children in Sierra Leone, is covered extensively in the mix. We had 2 questionnaires looking at the situation of children. We had a questionnaire for children under 5, and we had a questionnaire for children aged 5 to 17 years. So the educational status of children was extensively covered. We actually did some learning assessment interviews with children. There was a reading test and a numeracy test for children. So it's very extensive, and the results will guide policy decisions for government, especially in relation to the free education, and also guide policy for our international partners, the donors, the UN, etc., in rendering assistance towards the various sectors that are covered extensively in this report.
He further stated that MIX is a nationally representative survey of household, women and children, adding that the main objective of the survey is to provide a data to monitor progress towards achievement of targets and goals that include the Millennium Development Goal. He disclosed that the institution is facing a series of constraints ranging from finance, mobility, office space, and modern equipment.
The work that we do here it requires a lot of resources, not only financial resources. Canvassing this country, we need vehicles. We need now a state-of-the-art office. The kind of work now using technology. For instance, now you have satellite technology, etc. Mapping. You can do it via Google Maps. When you look at Google Maps, the kind of technology that we need now, we need to be at that level if we are to be a winner statistical institution.
For Star News in Freetown, George Elliott Sam reporting.